Last night I watched one of the greatest movies I've ever seen from Kevin Smith. He's just a genius writer and director. It's the 430 movie. The 430 movie came out like last year. No, yeah. It came out this year, but it was a limited release. Either this year or last year, but it was a limited release in theaters. I was going to go see it in theaters, but the time frame for it was not 4:30. That is, it was like 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. No 4:30 movie timing. Just a joke for this. But this movie is about a young guy who loves movies so much and loves it with a passion. But he also wants to be a writer one day. But also, you don't find out till later on in the movie. But the beginning of the movie calls his crush up. Now, most guys don't do that. To be honest, most guys don't do it. They either text now, but this one they called since it was no cell phones or whatever. Took place before cell phones. So he calls up his crush, asks him to go to the 4:30 movie. Before he even asked that, I was like, "Oh, I want to order this food because she works at a restaurant." He's putting a jelly donut in the oven, and then he's continuing having a conversation about ordering food and continuing having a conversation about movies and whatnot with her, and then asks her to go to the 4:30 movie, and then he goes with his buddies to go to the movies all day. Now, that's what me and my friend do, my movie bro do. We go to two movies. When we go to the movies, we go to two movies. We do a double feature, or we can do a triple feature. We're at the movies all day. One time we did a Batman trilogy movie marathon, which was all three movies. We were at the movie theater all day, and that's what this movie was about. Even Kevin Smith even made fake trailers before Astro Blaster, the movie they were watching, Astro Blaster. He made fake trailers for this movie, fake trailers for the upcoming movie event that you're going to see with the guys. And one of them had his daughter in it. Now the main character is his daughter's boyfriend, and it was just fantastic seeing him use his daughter and his daughter's boyfriend. Also use these other kids in the cast. Also use the Asian guy that was a former doctor that was also on Masked Singer as a judge, and all these different people. Even the big muscly guy who played Batman, voice of Batman on the Drew Carey show. He used most of his people from his other movies as well. There's other shows and movies. He used Wong from Comic Book Men. He used Randall as a dad in there for a brief moment. But the thing of this movie is about a group of guys seeing movies all day, and then he's also inviting his crush to the movies, to the 4:30 movie. Then a more 4:30 movie got pushed to a 7 o'clock movie, and then they get banned. They get banned out because one of the buddies were doing something that's inappropriate in the bathroom. And this has this hijinks of like good writing, good directing from Kevin Smith, especially his writing. This one is rated R, but it really doesn't seem like it's a rated R movie. It seems more like a PG-13 movie. The way it's, the words and all, the way they talk and the way they present themselves. But it's a rated R movie. But this movie is just fantastic. It's a love letter to movies. They mention a couple movies like Poltergeist 2 and some other movies in here. But it's a love letter to movies. And then two of the main characters talk to their role models. Like one loves a wrestler in here called Major Murder. He talked to Major Murder saying like, yeah, my kids made fun of me. And he just made fun of, they had a big fight before they had a talk with his best friend, always talking about how short he is. And he made him realize, yeah, all these kids made fun of him. After he talked to his hero, Major Murder, all these kids made fun of him because he was chubby and all that stuff like that. But he made a life for himself. And then the main character talked to one of the girls in the movie theater. It's like, Dad, you don't think I took this job for $3 an hour for anything, right? Movies are my life. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to do something better with my life, but I'm here for now. Movies are my life. And that's the whole point. He talked to him and said, like, talked to her, and he was like, tells his crush, I'm going to be a writer one day. After they get kicked out of the movie theater because the manager kicked him and his future girlfriend out, they opened up about how I'm going to be a future writer. She wants to be a dean for her college and all that stuff like that. And then eventually the movie ends with them having a nice, sweet talk. But also, it's a lot of different things. It's a love letters to movies. Love letters to movies. It's love letter to movie fans like me and my movie bro and everyone else that loves to go to movies and stay at the movies. It's also a love letter to, hey, if you want to ever ask this girl out to the movies, why don't you do that? Because it's fun to watch movies with them. Because the quote line is, I would love to see a movie with you, Melanie Barnett. And I would love to see a movie with you too, David, I forgot his last name, but it was kind of like saying, I love you. It was like, I would love to see a movie with you. Basically saying that they loved each other without saying the words, I love you, just saying to put in the movies in it. But then there's an end credit scene. They made fun of end credit scenes, like how Marvel does it and everything. Like, movies are not good unless they have an end credit scene. There's one scene in the movie, like, yeah, they did that one time for that one movie, but not every movie's gonna have an end credit scene. Now every movie has an end credit scene. Today, every movie has an end credit scene. And he had an end credit scene where the main character and his friend's like, has it gone in yet? I'm a virgin. And talking about, you might think in the context he's talking about having sex, but what they're looking at is the quick stop. They're looking at the quick stop and seeing if he could have a job at Quick Stop. And he said, I'm not ready yet. I'm not there yet. But they show Quick Stop. So the next movie you're going to make is a Jay and Silent Bob movie. Obviously, it's going to have Quick Stop in it. But this was before Randall. So when he showed this, I mean, I want to say the 4:30 movie was before Clerks and Clerks 2, Clerks 3, and Jay and Silent Bob, because the Quick Stop was, the Quick Stop had the, didn't have the sign said we're absolutely open on it or anything like that. It was a movie showing you the prequel. I'm thinking this is the prequel before Randall and them got there, because maybe there were some younger kids that were running the show before Randall and Dante and all them got there. Who knows? But them showing the Quick Stop is either they're the future people or they were before. But this movie was just fantastic. Written and directed by Kevin Smith. You can't go wrong with a Kevin Smith movie. Never could go wrong. I was watching Screenboat. I dressed just like him with a shirt, black shirt, a jersey, like not a hockey jersey, but a regular jersey. But he wore hockey jerseys a lot. Now he doesn't. To hide his fatness, but he wore a hockey jersey, and then he wore a jacket over that, and always wore a white hat. He always wears a hat, regardless of what it is, but he wore a white hat. I have a white hat. I wore this jacket because it was really cold, and I wore a jersey one time to see Screenboat the other couple weeks ago or so. But Kevin Smith is someone that I look inspired by maybe one day making a movie or writing a movie or doing that, because Kevin Smith did that exact same thing. He did it while he's working at the Quick Stop. Late at night, rather a shift, a Quick Stop, he would film his movie at night. But the reason why the movie was in black and white is because he wanted to make it look like from the security camera's point of view, and that was genius. And then you get Clerks 2, when they're working at a chicken place, not Quick Stop, but then you go back to Jay and Silent Bob, Strike Back, and Reboot, where they're working at Quick Stop again, and then Quick Stop is always going to be around. But the thing is, Kevin Smith made that movie after his work hour, after his shift was over, and after his hours of working, and he put more hours of working into a film, and that's what something I want to do one day, and hopefully I can do that one day. I know I made a movie review about Beverly Hills Ninja, how my half-brother means so much to me with Chris Farley, but that's also an inspiration too, because Chris Farley is very funny, so was my half-brother. And so was Kevin Smith. I mean, Kevin Smith is very funny, very hilarious how he writes and put things together. And if you didn't have Jay and Silent Bob, you wouldn't have these other wacky characters in other movies, even PG-13, rated R, and other ones. If you didn't have two wacky characters like Jay and Silent Bob, or even Cheech and Chong, those are two main ones that you think of. in film history, and you have these other wacky characters together. You won't have that. You won't have that without Jay and Silent Bob, personally for me. But 4:30 movie was just amazing. I can watch this movie over and over again because it's true life for people like me that go to the movies all the time. We go to the movies to enjoy the movie and escape. There's even a line in there. Us movie people, we go to the movies to escape, but they also make the world a little bit of a better. They make the world a little bit of a better place, because the world out here this day and age is like this. Is this person? Do you like this person? Do you like this person? Oh, I think you like this person, or I don't think you like this person, or hey, you like this person, or you lost your job, or I'm looking for a job, or sometimes this life is just too hard and I need something to escape. That's what the movies are for. From all the people saying different things to you throughout your life and your daily life, like do this and do this and do that and do this and do that, or you are not doing this right, you're not doing that right, or you like this person, you don't like this person, or speculation, all these different things. But then you go and watch a movie or a TV show and you escape from that reality of your reality of people telling you things that you may or may not want to hear, and may or may not be true, and may or may not have any viable stake to your life. You walk into a movie, come out, and you enjoy it, and you talk about it amongst your friends, and then that's it. It's an enjoyable experience. Like Minecraft, Chicken Jockey, or Steve's Lava Chicken. Like, everyone loves that. Now, if you don't love that, that's great, but you don't have to love that. That's the reason why I'm on this little rant. The 4:30 movie, when you watch this, makes you believe in the movies again. Makes you believe in a movie again. It doesn't matter which movie it is. It could be the red one. It can be Craven the Hunter. It can be Venom the Last Dance. It can be Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. It could be any movie you think of in your head that you want to think of. And it's just fantastic. This movie's just fantastic because it makes you believe in the movies again. It makes you believe in that. And Kevin Smith makes you believe that. Every one of his movies, I come out and enjoying every single one of them. I do. And now Dogma's coming back in theaters in June somewhere. I'm going to try to catch it because that's the only one haven't seen. I know that one's a little wacky, but Kevin Smith is just one of my favorite directors of all time. And the way he started directing was just a guy in a stop and go grocery store called The Quick Stop. And then he made a film. And then, of course, he found himself a wife, and then he had a kid. But he was always also the fat guy. Always people make fun of him being fat. So if you are a little bit overweight or you're fat, don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that, because you're who you are. And if this director was fat most of his career and made wonderful, amazing movies, and also got a bypass surgery to keep himself alive because he got too big, and made a movie about it, Clerks 3 made a movie about it, then you can go on in life knowing that that dude did something about it, and he wrote about it, his personal life, in a movie, and gave it to a character named Randall, and also made an awesome movie about movies called The 4:30 Movie, and The 4:30 Movie was exactly that, 4:30, and he still plays The 4:30 Movie at his movie theater at 4:30 on a Sunday. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Deuces.